stand, please, ma'am. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give today in the matter of the state of Georgia versus Jose Ibarra will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the true self you got?
I do.
Okay, please take a seat. Spell your first and last name for Madam Court Reporter, please.
My name is Lily Steiner, Lillysteiner.
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
And where do you live? Not your exact address, but what part of town?
Currently,
Yes.
I live in Canton, Georgia.
And what are you doing right now?
I'm working as a medical assistant.
Did you go to the University of Georgia?
I did.
And did you graduate?
I did.
When did you graduate?
Graduated in May 2024 this year.
While you were at the University of Georgia, where did you live and who did you live with?
My address was 1686 Millage Avenue Extension, Athens, Georgia 30605. And I had 3 roommates, Connolly Huth, Sophia Magana, and Laken Riley.
How long did the 4 of y'all live in that house together?
Connolly lived with me for 3 years, and then Sophia and Laken moved in. We lived in that house for 2 years. I lived with Laken at the time of her death for a little over a year and a half.
How would you describe your relationship with Laken?
We were roommates, but the term roommates is an overgeneralization of our relationship. We, our house was like a little family, and we called each other our family. We did everything together. We had family dinners, family TV nights and movie nights. Laken brought a sense of joy to all of our lives that has been missing ever since.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
Henry, what's been marked for identification purposes is States Exhibit 1. Do you recognize the person in States 1?
I do.
Who is it?
Laken Riley?
And does it fairly and accurately depict Laken as she appeared in life?
Yes.
Statement moved to admit States Exhibit 1. Request permission to publish. No objection.
It's admitted, and you may publish.
So, how old was Laken?
She was 22.
Where did she go to school?
At the time, she was going to Augusta College of Nursing, which had an Athens location.
What was she studying there?
Nursing.
Prior to attending Augusta College, had she attended the UGA?
Yes.
Okay. How long was she at UGA?
She was at UGA for 3 years before that.
Did you and Laken and your other roommates share each other's location?
We did.
Tell the court how you all did that.
So there's an app called Find My iPhone, Find My Friends, and you can request to have other people's locations, share your location with other people. So we did that with a lot of our friends.
Tell the court, where were you on February 22nd?
I went a few different places. That morning I was at our house, and then I ran a few errands, ended up back at our house, ran another errand, went back to our house.
Did you see Laken that morning?
I did not.
Okay. What time did you leave your house?
Around 9:30, I believe.
Okay. And when you left your house to go out, was Laken there or not there?
She was not there.
At some point, did you become aware that people were looking for Laken?
So I kind of had concerns of my own. When I left the house the first time, I wanted to go get coffee with Laken. I knew Laken was the only one who may have been home. Sophia was taking an exam and Connolly had class. And so I knew Laken might have been home. I went downstairs and I didn't see her sitting at her usual spot at the kitchen table. So I checked her location to see where she was. And I saw that she was on a run at on a trail that she typically ran.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm handing you what's been marked for identification purposes of States Exhibit 2. Do you recognize States 2?
I do.
What is States 2?
This is a screenshot from the app Find My Friends of Laken's location.
And is that how it appeared when you checked it on the morning of February 22nd of 2024?
Yes.
State would move to admit States Exhibit 2. No objection.
Two's admitted.
And may I publish?
Yes.
Publishing States Exhibit 2, could you tell the court what we're looking at here? Explain this to us. What is this?
Sure. So the LR is the initials of Laken Riley. You can see that at the bottom. And underneath her name is a rough just address, I guess, of where she was at. And then underneath that, it says now. This is the exact time of when her location, the way that it updated, it would say now. So that was her location at that exact time.
And is that what you saw when you first checked her?
Yes.
And where is that location? And is your house in here as well? And other people? We see other initials. CH, MC, whatever.
Yes. So CH is Connolly Huth. That is my roommate. And so her location right there is at our house. And then MC, that is one of my other friends who lived further down the street.
And LR was Laken Riley.
Yes.
And where is that location that you saw her? Are you familiar with that location?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah. And
yeah.
when you checked it, what about the first time you checked it? Approximately what time?
It was about 9:30, from what I remember.
Okay. So did you again check it again?
Yes. So when I got home from my first set of errands, and I saw that Laken still wasn't home. That wasn't unusual because it was only about an hour after I checked her first location, so I thought maybe she was just still on a run. Checked it a second time around 10:45, I believe. That's a rough estimate. And I saw that it was in the same location. That did raise some concerns. So I texted Laken and just was checking in on her, and then addressing Connolly in a group message. I said, she's been in the woods a while.
Did you have a cell phone service that day?
So that day there was an AT&T service outage. So I was not, I did not have service if I was not connected to the Wi-Fi at my house. So if I left the house, I was not able to communicate or receive any communication.
So where were you home then? At approximately what time did you get home when you realized that she had not left the woods?
That was about 10:45, and then I ended up leaving the house again because I still wasn't. I just thought she was still on a run, and there was maybe she was on the phone or something.
And then what time did you return again?
I would say roughly 11:30. I'm a little less familiar with what exact time that was.
And when you got home at 11:30, was there anyone else home?
Yes. So I immediately pulled in, and I saw Sophia standing outside with her dog. And I got out of the car, and she just immediately said, can we go look for Laken? Yeah.
And did y'all do so?
We did.
And what did y'all do?
So Sophia was a little bit more familiar with the trail. We walked down using her knowledge of the path that Laken would usually take on a run. And then when we got a little bit closer, we were using the Find My Friends app to kind of go directly to where her location was until we were standing kind of right around it.
When you were at the location where you felt that Laken was showing on her phone, did you see Laken?
We did not.
Did you see anything that you think may have belonged to Laken?
So when we were walking, Sophia noticed a lone AirPod that was sitting on the trail kind of right around where her location was, and she picked it up, kind of assuming that it was Laken's.
All right, and I'll ask Sophia about that. At some point, did you all return home?
We did.
Okay, when you got home, what did you do?
It wasn't shortly after that we got home that I called 911, or not 911, excuse me, the UGA Police Department.
May I have a question, witness room? Many was been marked for identification purposes as States Exhibit 3. Do you recognize States 3?
I do.
What is it?
It is the phone call that I made to the police.
And is it a fair and accurate recording of your 911 call that you made on February 22nd, 2024 at approximately 12:05 p.m.
It is.
when you reported Laken missing.
It is.
State moved to admit States Exhibit 3, request permission to publish.
No objection.
Presentation tonight.
Your Honor, did we have to toggle back over so that you could hear it? I don't know the system like that.
Yes,
It's-
we do. If you play
we
it through
do.
the laptop.
Yes,
I don't-
sir.
I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Yes, sir. Because I know it's playing, but I can't hear it.
Is that on HDMI? I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
12:05:55, 2nd February 22, 2024.
Mercy Police, this is Jed.
Hi, we're calling because our roommate went out for a run at 9. She usually runs like through Lake Herrick behind grad housing, and we haven't heard from her. And we all just got like service back, so we don't think it has anything to do with the outage. We went to go look to where her last location was, and all we found was an AirPod.
Okay. Hold on one second for me.
Okay.
You said last seen near the, IM fields?
It's like behind the IM field, so we live near like grad housing, like building 8, and so it's the woods behind there.
Okay, have you tried calling her since you just got service back?
Yes, we've been, yes. Her family doesn't have AT&T, which was the one with the power outage, so they've had service the whole time, and her calls have been ringing through. We're just not getting answers.
Okay, where are you at right now?
We are,
I'm going to stop States Exhibit 3 at 1 minute in. Is somebody else also talking?
Yes, so I was
Tell the
having
court.
trouble explaining kind of where Laken's location was just because I wasn't super familiar with that area. So Sophia Magana, my roommate, took my phone.
Okay, are y'all together when you're making this call?
Yes.
at our house on Millage Avenue Extension.
Okay, are you able to come, hold on, let me see. Can you come, do you know where the intramural field parking deck is?
Yeah, we can go there.
Okay, can you go there and meet with officers? What's your name?
My name's Sophia Magana.
And what's your friend's name?
The one, her name's Laken Riley.
(12:07:43), 2nd February 22, 2024.
What is your phone number?
The one that I'm calling you from is 678-756-0513.
And what's your friend's phone number?
Okay, I'm going to ask you, do you remember Laken's phone number off the top of your head?
Kind of, but yeah. if I
Are
can-
you about to say it to 911?
Yes.
And is the number that you gave, 911, was that Laken's cell phone number?
Yes.
That we're about to hear?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Let me look. 770.
Do you know if she has class or anything at this point?
She has a class at 1, so that's it's her nursing. She's I guess the nursing school, and she does not miss class.
(12:08:43), 2nd February 22, 2024.
How did you get her last known location? Was it from her phone?
Yes, it was updating, so that's why we're a little confused. But we didn't see her phone up anywhere when we went. But she hasn't moved for almost 3.5 hours now.
or does it go straight to voicemail, or does it just keep ringing?
It keeps ringing. I'm on my way to the
Okay.
iron fields now.
Okay, that's fine. How long ago was it that you last called her?
I mean, like 5 minutes.
12:09:56 seconds, February 22, 2024.
Okay, what kind of vehicle are you going to be in so the officers know who to look for?
Black sheep.
How did she get there? Did she run from your house there, or did she take a vehicle there?
Yes, she runs the trail. Her car's still at our house.
Okay, we've got officers on the way, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
University Police, this is Jared.
Hi, my name's
Another call that got attached. So after you made that 911 call, what did you do?
I drove to the the intramural fields parking deck on UGA's campus to meet with the police.
And where did Sophia go?
So Connolly was in class. Sophia went to go pick up Connolly from class so that they could meet us at the iron fields with the police.
And did the three of y'all meet there?
Yes.
And were the police officers there?
Yes.
At some point, did a police officer ask you if you could show him the location of Laken as it depicted on your phone?
Yes.
And did you do so?
Yes.
And the thing that you showed him, as it states Exhibit 2, what we've already looked at?
Yes.
Okay. How long did y'all have to stay there that day at the iron fields?
It felt like forever. I'm not sure of the exact amount of time, but maybe around 5 hours.
At some point, did the police ask you to show them the ring footage from your home where Laken had left out in the morning?
Yes, there were a few times that the police asked for different things, but I did show somebody at some point, yes.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm handing you what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit 4. Do you recognize it?
I do.
And did you put your initials and date that thumb drive?
I did.
What is State's Exhibit 4?
This is the ring footage from our front door of Laken leaving that morning.
And is it a fair and accurate recording of that ring footage?
Yes.
They removed to States 4, request permission to publish.
No objection.
Submitted and later published.
I'm going to pause it quickly. Do you see, first of all, in States 4 that is now being published, the date and the time of this footage?
Yes.
Could you tell the court where is it and what is it?
It's in the bottom right corner.
And what's the date and what's the time?
February 22nd, 2024, 9:03 Eastern.
And who is that person that we see in State's Exhibit 4?
That is Laken.
After 9:03 a.m. on the 22nd day of February, did you ever hear from Laken again?
I did not.
Did you ever receive any text messages from her?
Not after 9:03, no.
Any calls from her?
No.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
And the cost of that.
I don't have any questions for this witness.
You should be excused.
Yes, sir. And she would like to remain.
All right.